Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. I've had weird Bluetooth issues.
Nice.
No, you're good.
If you
Can
have
you
weird
guys,
Bluetooth issues, you should probably visit a dentist.
yeah. If you have
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
blue chew issues, you should see a doctor because your erection is probably too hard for too long.
Yeah, more than 4 hours is dangerous.
Blue chew still a thing?
I
What
think
the fuck
so.
is Blue Chew?
Blue
Somebody
chew is
doesn't
like,
listen to competitive
yeah,
podcasts.
yeah. It was like one of the original podcast ads.
It's
It's
a
like a
boner pill.
Viagra, yeah, but you chew it, I guess.
You chew it. So it's not a
Yeah,
pill, it's a chewable. And you don't take it, you chew it.
yeah.
And
The
they
whole
have
time.
different options
They're
for
saying it's
Like
a
different
chewable
needs.
erection.
it's like a
Yes,
yeah, you take like this like really soft, pliable boner shaped pill that you
yeah,
chew like bubble gum the entire time you have sex.
right. I mean, they were on Come Town for years, so I think
Yeah, I think they sell
they
it
get
at
it.
Come and Go.
Yeah. No, no, they sell it at Go and Come.
I think Mike just died there. Are you okay?
I just do my old prospector laugh.
This is what it sounds like when
Oh,
Mike's having an orgasm.
your best Gus Chiggins impersonation?
No, I'd be more worried about coyotes.
Chickens, you rascal.
Gus chickens.
We in the
Let's go.
episode.
So
Let's talk about
we're
the X-Men show, Mike.
yeah,
Ben, how about you talk next so the audience knows who you are?
Hey, I'm Ben, also known as Benjamin.
and
Oh,
this
should
is
I be calling
Mike.
you Benjamin?
No, but that's what it says on my name thing here.
I don't know if
Oh,
people are going to
okay.
see that, but yeah. And this is Mike. Yeah, and we're here to discuss 3 episodes of the X-Men animated series. This is episode 5 of our show, the TV show. This week we're going to talk about Days of Future
Oh,
Past,
this is
part one,
episode 5 of season 3
season
of the
3. Right?
TV show
Sorry, yes,
show.
Yeah.
we've previously gotten into Beast Wars, MacGruber, and now we're doing X-Men, the animated series. And this week we are talking about Days of Future Past, part 1 and 2, and the final decision.
What a
Uh,
fucking name for an episode. The final
yeah,
decision.
Yeah,
right.
like I wonder if there's any references to, certain solutions that
Wonder which
the Jewish
character is
people were
involved in
supposed
this.
to.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah.
tell you.
Pretty crazy to be talking about the Days of the Future Past episodes the day that Charlie Kirk is assassinated.
Yeah, that
Like
was interesting.
what a wild time. Like you
Yeah.
guys are going to be hearing this in early 2026, but we are recording this on the day that
September
somebody
10th,
punctuated the end of Charlie Kirk's sentence with the word violence by shooting him dead.
right in the
I think they
neck.
shot him in the neck. Yeah,
Yeah, it
flat
was
out.
brutal. I don't know if you guys saw. I saw like the most
I don't
graphic
intend
version
to
of
see
it.
it. No,
Yeah,
I
I don't
I
want
don't
to
don't
want to
watch
see
that.
recommend it.
it.
Do not recommend.
Yeah,
I
I don't even want to watch my worst enemy get shot in the neck
no.
or
I
anywhere
mean,
for that matter.
right? Exactly. I mean, it's for everything I feel about Charlie Kirk as a human being. Like, I that's just like a really rough visual.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
Really
not
hard to
the
the
watch.
answer to
No.
do that, and it's just going to lead to fucking right-wing
Yeah.
reactionary violence. So
Oh God. Yeah.
buckle up, folks.
Yeah.
like not gonna miss him today at least. World might be a slightly better place without his constantly inciting racism, but man, there's gonna be backlash for this. And I worry that, we're gonna live through our own days of future past
I sure hope it was an old white
situation.
guy.
I'm not gonna say who I think the killer is because we're probably gonna know by the time the episode comes out. But, I wouldn't be surprised
The timing
if
of it is
it's a
very
super right-wing
sus.
person. Is
Bishop.
the
It
timing
was
sus? Oh, I
fucking
guess because
Bishop.
the day before September 11th, right? That's pretty
Well,
weird.
just because
It
of
was
all like
Bishop,
the
and he was all confused. He was like, "Oh, I was
yeah.
supposed to shoot
He
somebody. It's
thought he thought it
supposed
was
to be Charlie
Gambit,
Kirk."
but it was Mystique, and it was really confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is so recent that we're making
Yeah, I
jokes
have nowhere
about
to go from that one.
it.
It's like,
So recent
whoa,
that we're just like,
this is
oh
fresh.
god.
Let's not crossbreed the 10 minutes.
Let's talk about other stuff. Like what
Was
besides
there like bluesy
recentness?
harmonica music at the scene of the crime? Because that would tip us off,
Did he sound like
Yeah, that's
Aaron
the
Neville?
strangest musical choice of these episodes is the
right?
Bishop's
Right?
theme is like a blues harmonica riff.
It
Like it made
reminded
sense
me.
in the first scene when they were pulling him
Yeah,
off to jail, and I was like, "Oh, it's like a
yeah,
jail theme." And then
But
yeah.
it
he's there
doesn't
fighting
really
the
make
X-Men
sense
later,
later.
and then it's just the blues theme again. It's like, "Oh, it's because he's a black guy."
Like,
Yeah, and it's just every time he's on screen in the rest of the show, he's gonna have this harmonica blues solo
no.
theme, and it's definitely it feels racist as shit. Like
Yeah.
very, very bad.
Kind of reminded me of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series where he was undercover at like a. Do you remember that one where he's.
Yeah, the worst fucking episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
good.
one where he's undercover the whole episode is like
It's
matches
so
Malone or
unsatisfying.
Probably or
Like,
something.
why
Yeah.
we get just
It's bad.
inserted into this story in medias res, and Bruce
Yeah.
is just like acting like he's not Bruce Wayne.
Hmm.
It's 20
Yeah.
long minutes for a
It had very
painful
similar
child
musical
to
cues,
absorb.
I think. I think that was really all it was. But anyway,
Yeah.
Loose
um,
Lane.
So today we're doing Days of Future Past parts one and two, and the secret third part of the two-parter, Final Decision. Like there's a whole to be continued. It's the same story, so I decided to include them all as one story because it is really like three acts of one story.
Yes.
Um, they came out March 13th, 20th, and 27th, 1993, and the entire time there was only one number one song, and it was actually by a Canadian artist.
Hmm.
Shania Twain.
No, Shania
No.
Twain wasn't out yet.
It was
This
like
was
Brian Adams.
a
Was
little
it
bit
summer of
earlier.
'69?
No, a little bit later than that. That actually was like a mid '80s tune.
Damn.
Bare Naked Ladies.
No, more annoying.
Oh, more annoying.
More
Yeah.
annoying.
Uh, fuck, I don't know.
So this was like the American number one
No, this
song?
is a Canadian artist in the
Oh.
American number one.
So it's the number one song in America and it's a Canadian artist.
Yes.
And it's the number one song for 3 weeks
Yes.
or
One of the
4 weeks.
few number one rap songs.
Oh,
Uh,
was it?
Is it Informer by Snow?
yeah, it is.
Oh,
For the
woof.
entire month.
Informer.
You know, you show
Please
me out
don't.
the
Yeah,
land.
yeah.
And they keep
Like,
boom, boom down.
yeah.
It's
Down,
so
down,
it's
down,
Simon,
so
Simon,
down,
bad.
Simon,
down
Simon,
the
Simon,
lane.
say yeah.
And they
Like,
keep boom,
yeah.
boom down.
Yeah, so anyway, in researching this, I found out that he actually wrote it in prison about people who informed to get lower prison sentences, but then had they get
Oh,
treated poorly afterwards because, they're pieces of shit and they're still in prison. Everyone knows that they turned informer. It's fascinating, but
interesting.
he's actually done a lot of time. And when Informer started charting and started playing on Much Music, he was actually still in jail.
Ah,
And he's
So
such a
he's
nice
actually like
looking little
one of the
fellow.
hardest
So
rappers
funny.
of all time
Yeah.
in terms of like actually being in jail when he was charting big, like which is the Hood Dream, the Harder They Fall's like big fantasy about being the number one outlaw and the number one musician in the country.
His
He
greatest crime, though,
actually
was
was.
cultural appropriation, unfortunately, trying to sound like a
Yeah.
Jamaican toaster.
And it turns out that it was just bar fights that he was doing time for. You won a
Yeah.
bar fight and did time for it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's really cool to get in bar fights. Almost kill people.
Yeah.
not a fan, personally.
Never
Yeah.
tried it. Always de-escalated it.
What about at the Cineplex, Jim?
So the first weekend, we actually had a total surprise. I can't believe this movie was number one. It's CB4, the first that May
Hell
March
yes.
14th weekend. The Chris Rock SNL Little Scene
Yeah.
spoof of the music industry. I think the woman did Half Baked right afterwards. She really like understood. Let's get her name here.
So I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black,
Yeah, I
y'all.
actually didn't see CB4 until the pandemic.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen it, guys?
I've never
Just
seen
that
it.
one little scene.
Really? Just that one scene? Yeah, it's directed by Tamara Davis, who also did Billy Madison
Oh,
and Half Baked. Yes, I was right.
Yeah. Good call.
And also a whole bunch of other things. She's done a crazy amount of music videos. Like she did Depeche Mode's But Not Tonight. Faith No More's Who Cares a Lot.
Listen, I don't want to
Um,
sound gay or nothing, but kind of like Depeche Mode.
Veruca Salt, All Hail Me, Sonic Youth, Bull in the Heather,
Hell yeah.
Beastie Boys, Nettie's Girl,
Sure.
Indigo Girls Live, Bette Midler from a Distance, A
Wow.
Nick of Time,
That was one of my
Tone Loc.
grandmother's favorite songs.
Yeah. Oh, he did the music video for Young MC's Bust a Move.
Yeah. My grandma's other favorite song.
Yeah. The Smiths, Sheila Take a Bow, and Shoplifters the World Unite. But most famous of all, she did the music video for Bop by Hanson.
Oh
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah. The Hanson's Bop of the late revival and career introspection. Like, Ben, have you ever listened to the lyrics to Bop?
I was too busy looking at the hot younger sister on the keyboards, honestly.
Perfect. So I'm just gonna read you the lyrics here, and you can think about that time you spent spanking the monkey to the little sister. Um, you have so many
Bob.
relationships in this life, only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife, then you turn your back and they're gone so fast. They're gone so fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because she's
so
so damn
hold on
hot,
to the
that's why.
ones who really care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. When you get old, start losing your hair. Can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me who will still care? Mbop doobadop. Like,
It's so heavy combined with such a meaningless chorus. It's great.
yeah, it's incredible. Plant a seed, plant a flower, plant a rose. You can plant any one of those. Keep planting to find out which one grows. It's a
It's a
secret no
secret
one
no
knows.
one knows. A secret no one
Now
knows.
that one's just dumb
Oh,
because like we do
oh,
know we have
no
the
one
technology to know what seeds we're
knows.
planting.
But you don't know which one's going to grow. That's what he's saying. We don't have the technology to know which one will be successful.
Okay, it keeps going. Can you tell me? Oh, no, you can't because you don't know. Can you tell me? Oh, yeah, you say you can, but you don't know. Can you tell me? Oh, which flower is going to grow? No, you can't because you don't know. Can you tell me if it's going to be a daisy or a rose?
Wow.
You say you can, but you don't know. Can you tell me, oh, which flower is going to grow? No, you can't, because you don't know. Can you tell me? You say you can, but you don't know. Said you can, but you don't know. You don't know. Oh, don't know. Oh. I just lost my mind reading that.
Wow. Welcome back.
Whew.
We're doing the X-Men podcast,
I need a
Days of
cigarette
Future
here.
Past 1 and 2, and the final decision. For those of you just joining us.
That is simultaneously deep as hell and gibberish. I'm reminded of the time that I did
Mescaline.
karaoke
Okay.
and somebody put on London Bridge as a prank, and it turns out there's like 16 verses to that song.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was exhausting.
Was it
Um,
deeply racist somehow?
yeah, Pinto never invited me to karaoke ever again, and you know how much that love man loves his karaoke.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, so anyway, CB4 barely beat out Fire in the Sky by like
Oh shit.
6,000.
Ooh,
Ah.
Yeah,
damn.
like one of the closest photo finishes in American film history. So like CB4 technically won, but if like 30 more kids saw Fire in the Sky, then it's the real number one in terms of
Interestingly,
attendance.
both of those might have been rated R too.
I
I
mean,
think you're rated
I
R.
hope Fire in the Sky is rated R. That
Oh,
shit
I'm
is fucking
definitely rated
scary.
R. But I'm pretty sure both CB4 and Fire in the Sky would have been rated R. So that's interesting that those would have been the top two movies, period, much less been to the top two in spite of an R rating, which is like box office poison in
I
America.
mean, top two with like 6.1 and $6.12 million.
What an interesting time, though, for American cinema. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. And then a week later came a G-rated masterpiece, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that ruled for another week.
Turtles in Time. Is that that one?
Yeah, that is the one where they went back in time and became samurais.
Not
Even though
officially
they're
titled
Ninja
Turtles in Time though.
Turtles, like, come on. They're not the
Yeah,
Teenage
One at a time there?
Mutant
What?
Samurai Turtles.
Yeah, personally, I think it would have been way more fun if they went to all sorts of different time travel locations, like the
truly.
video game that had just come out and inspired the movie. But they're
Budget
certainly
being,
in saving money mode at that
yeah.
point, right? Like the costumes are cheaper and shittier.
You
And
could have made them real ninjas though, and gotten like really like deep into like the political intrigue of like that like Shogun era,
I
and
don't think they were
like
gonna do that in 1993,
I'm just
brother.
You know
saying
what?
it could
A
have
really
been
terrible
really
option
cool.
they could have pursued is like they could have swapped bodies with the people they time travel and swapped with, and they could have had the Ninja Turtles be humans the entire movie. Like
And
that would
just
have
cut to
been
a
like
bunch
a
of like stock
really
footage from
awful,
like 1980s Japanese samurai
yeah.
movies and ninja movies.
But just like
That'd be
dub
great.
over Ninja Turtle voices where they're like radical. Like that
Totally.
would
That
have
would be
been,
like watching Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, I think.
oh my god,
Or quite a
that's
bit of the Teenage Mutant, no, the other guys, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's all
true.
cut
Yeah,
from old stuff.
that's pretty much the same deal. Just like instead of the actors who portrayed the voices of the Ninja Turtles, the non-union actors who got suckered into being exploited by the producers of the Power Rangers franchise.
Yeah.
All right. Um,
To the
cool,
time
cool.
machine.
So
Is there
that
any
that's what's in the time machine. We
very
spent
good?
most of the time talking about Mbop, and I'm genuinely sorry, and I might cut all of that out.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's step into the episodes then, which is going to be right back into a time machine. Because this whole two-parter is all about time travel. So
Yeah,
we
we
open
finally get to the famous time travel two-parter. Like I think most people listening to this will have all at least seen the Days of Future Past movie, which is one of the best of the live action movies.
through.
And yeah, and actually that movie has a bit more of an accurate plot to the Days of Future Past comic books
Yeah, I was going
than
to ask about
this
that.
does.
I was going to ask like
Yeah.
what is the just as quickly as you can, like what is the plot of the Days of Future Past comic?
So in the comic book, in the future, like the 2020s, around now or so,
Hmm,
Kitty Pryde is like a grown-up adult, and she figures out a way to send her consciousness back in time
interesting.
to her younger self to try and prevent Mystique from killing Senator Kelly. So that's part of it. That's all part of it. But in the movie, they send Wolverine's consciousness back in time because
Wolverine is Wolverine.
he's the star of the movie, and actually Neil deGrasse Tyson says it's the most legit concept for time travel he's ever seen in a film. So it's interesting. I think it works. Um, anyway, but in the comic books, it's Kitty Pryde that goes back, and in the comic books, in the future, Wolverine's really, really old, and he's leading, I think, who's left of the X-Men. It's pretty much just Storm and Colossus, but they both die
Yeah.
in getting Kitty Pryde to be like at a point safe enough where she can travel back in time and change things. So she convinces the X-Men of like 1981, which is at this point it's like the second lineup. It's Cyclops leading a team of Colossus, Storm, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Banshee, and I think Marvel Girl. A
Nice.
couple
Um,
other ones. A couple people had left
is
by this point.
is the Future Storm in the comic? Is that the version with like the mohawk and like the black suit
No,
and all
this is
that?
like pre-Mohawk. This is
Oh, really?
80s. This is like
What
1981. This is not
version?
long. Oh, I don't think
Should
G
have had a
Gray's in it.
mullet
This is
probably.
not. This is like 5 or 6 episodes after the Phoenix Saga wrapped up issue. So like half a year or so. And the Phoenix
Okay,
Saga runs from
wow,
like 1976 to 1980. And
wow.
this Days of Future Past is 2 issues in 1981.
The
But it was
X-Men
like a
writers
big, big
were really
story.
cooking back then. Hey,
Oh,
like
this is all Chris Claremont
we're
coming up
just
with stuff.
cooking hot
And
fire.
like
Crystal Meth Claremont, man.
And he
That's what he's
starts the
doing.
Phoenix Saga before the Star Wars even happens, and the Phoenix Saga veers heavily Star Wars after that. So like he's really
Huge.
just responding to things that are happening in the world as he goes and coming up with amazing stuff. But his run, he was writing it from about I think 15 years or so, from like
Holy shit,
1976
that's
to
wild.
1991. I think it's all Chris Claremont writing
Wow.
the X-Men during like the peak of comic books as a medium.
Or like the
Okay,
Chris
so
Men.
what else happens in the comic? They send is after they send them back. Is like does it follow through kind of the same way or?
Yeah, like they do manage to save Senator Kelly,
Uh-huh.
and they go back in time, and there's not really mention of the future for years and years and years until like 1991, early in the X-Men relaunch, like when Jim Lee takes over writing and drawing the comic book in 1991 with the big like the 10 million seller
Hmm.
best-selling single comic book of all time. And one of the first stories they do is they introduce Bishop as another character from this timeline that's still
Still
alive and still
happening. Yeah.
around. It's still happening for some reason. Or maybe it's like a slightly different version of the Days of the Future Past time.
Yeah.
And um, he is from a time when Gambit is the only surviving X-Man, and Gambit's very old, so it's like even later. It's like the 2030s or 2040s.
Old
Now,
man Gambit.
this is in 1991 when Gambit had actually just been introduced a year earlier in 1990. You gotta remember he's like a fresh, brand new character at the time, even though he's like stuck in our minds as a classic character. He was super new. So the idea was that Gambit might turn out to be a traitor, and he did turn out to be a bad guy in a certain way because, as I mentioned in another episode, he was the guy who it will be revealed later had secretly already turned over the Morlocks to Mr.
Right.
Sinister, who killed a bunch of them. But at the time, Bishop thought that Gambit might be this traitor that turned out to be Professor Xavier from the Onslaught storyline of the mid 90s when his essence and Magneto's essence fused to create this like uber monster that was its own
Right.
separate entity. So that's the traitor that Bishop is actually sent back in time to prevent. And he winds up
Interesting.
not preventing it, but he does help in making sure that Onslaught doesn't win when he does come to pass.
All
He
right.
participates in beating them. That's really complicated. It gets so much more complicated from there. We shouldn't mess with it much, although there is a possibility that Onslaught may happen in X-Men 97 season 2. So it might
Oh,
come back down
yeah.
the
I think
line, but
so
I
for
feel like
sure.
if they do it then, it's going to be much better. It's going to be like a refined version of it. Like in a lot of ways, what we're seeing in this cartoon is refined, more streamlined versions
Yeah.
of ideas that play off in a certain way. Like it just makes
Yeah.
sense to introduce some of these ideas before you introduce the Phoenix. But really, the Phoenix storyline is really early in the X-Men history. Like they've had
Yeah.
like there's like 600, 700 comic books, and the Phoenix Saga was like issues 100 to 130 or
Well, it's
something.
interesting to see how they adapt these. Like a lot of these things are things that came way before the show came out, and then do they ever really get into things that are happening like contemporaneous, like at the same time the show is on, or are they mostly adapting
Yeah, I
older
mean,
stuff?
They didn't know Cable was a time traveler in season 1 when they introduced him.
Oh, that's
And
fucking cool.
in season 2, when he starts to become a time traveler and stuff, all of that they're putting in is stuff that had
Right.
just been introduced into the comics.
Hell
Like I
yeah.
mentioned, Gambit and his story was brand new. And I'll mention more things as they come, like, oh, this is based on a new thing, or this is based on a classic story. In this
Okay.
case, Days of Future Past was like an almost 20-year-old story. By this point, it's
Right.
really deeply baked into the lore. And the third part of it is actually based on X-Men 150 that aired that came out almost a year after Days of Future Past. But that story is kind of like closely connected, so they just merged them all.
I feel like the senator's wearing like kind of 70s looking clothes too. Like maybe
Oh,
that
he
was
looks
a
very
nod to
70s.
like
They look, yeah.
the original time period of when it
His
was
Yeah, I think they
character
based his
model.
appearance on how he appeared in the cartoons.
Hell, I
You might
definitely think
recognize Senator
comics.
Kelly from the movies. Bruce Davison played him in the first movie. He was the guy that turns into a liquid water goo thing.
Jellyfish.
The
Yeah,
Kelly
you
I
already
always
fish.
call.
said Bruce Davidson.
Hmm?
Wait, that's just like I'm joking that that's a known skill of turning into liquid goo stuff that Bruce Davidson just has.
Yeah, he just happened to be able to donate that to the movie.
And it
And they're
I
like,
worked.
I
love
can do
that.
this
Thanks
if
for bringing it
you.
up.
This is helpful.
Does this work? Do you guys want me to
You
do
can
this?
turn into water goo.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Wow.
If you could do that on command, that'd be
We are all of a sudden thrown into a scene of the future. It's the Statue of Liberty. It's all fucked up. It's the year 2055, and Wolverine is still here looking pretty gruff, but not that different than he does now.
same outfit.
Same outfit, just no
60 years later.
mask. No mask until later. He's with a pair of
Stubble.
mutants who we don't really. Yeah, he does have stubble, and at least he has his hair. Like he looks good, honestly. When you really think about it, this is 6 years later.
Yeah.
So we don't know the pair of mutants that he's running around with. I don't know if are they supposed to be somebody?
No, they're not supposed to be
Interesting.
anybody. I thought they might be Skids and Rusty, but they're not anybody.
So they're running around with these mutants, and they get hunted by Sentinels, and it's a really fucked up looking, scary escape from New York, like in New York.
They're like a stand-in for Storm and Colossus, who do
Kind
die
of, because
in those
was one
scenes in the
guy.
comic books.
The guy turns his arms into metal, and he runs through a Sentinel's legs, and the girl shoots lightning from her arms. Bishop then shows up though, and he neutralizes the trio, and turns out he's kind of working with the Sentinels, and he calls the other mutants rebels. So
yeah, this is ballsy. He's like a mutant hunting mutants. Right away, you just really fucking hate him.
And this is kind of an original. This is where you really realize it's not. They're not really telling the same Days of Future Past story, because that's not none. As you just explained, this is not really like any of the previous.
Yeah,
versions.
no, this is the Days of Future Past sequel from the late '80s, like '89 or '90, around then.
Bishop's kind of like one of those like Jews that was working with the Nazis during the concentration camps.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
to extend our Nazi Holocaust metaphor for this episode.
Totally. That is the idea.
That is kind of what it's like.
But like the M is like a representative of the Star of David that would get put on the Jews, right?
Yeah.
There's like an M on every mutant's race that's registered in the future.
So they take them all to this termination camp, is what they actually call it, a termination camp.
Wonder what they do there.
Yeah, I don't know. They just fire you, I guess, because Bishop does get fired in a moment. He gets fired for he caught too many mutants. He reached his quota, so he's done. Actually, he's not allowed to be alive anymore.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You definitely want to take out your most helpful person.
I mean, I'm glad that in the future, the workplace tendency to reward people that do good work with more work has been, conquered in some way. So that's
he earned his termination. He earned his termination through good work. Yeah.
Instead of a gold watch, though, it's like
it's almost like work makes freedom. In this case,
wow.
Freedom from life, because they want to kill them. But yeah.
Yeah, so they march them through this like cemetery where all the X-Men for some reason get to have headstones, even though I don't know why, like the Sentinels are burying people and giving them proper headstones, but they are.
That was funny for sure.
With their mutant names.
With their mutant names, yeah.
And it shows when they
At
died,
least they're not dead naming them,
born.
So that's some.
They could have put like Scott quotation Cyclops quotation Summers,
or like Jubilation Lee. Now Jubilee notably says 2010, and in a comic book in 2010. She was bitten by a vampire and became a vampire. So technically, this cartoon predicted that she would die in 2010.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What about the other one?
She's unvampired now. She's not a vampire anymore. So don't worry.
I'm relieved.
I'm sorry.
They also had Storm 2021, Rogue 2033, Cyclops 2032. Do any of those mean anything in the comics?
No, I think they're just made up. My headcanon is that Storm died of COVID though.
Yeah. R.I.P. She had comorbidities because of the claustrophobia.
She couldn't wear a mask. It made her claustrophobic.
That's right. Golf clap.
Oh, God. Yeah, they start fighting up the Sentinels, and Nimrod.
He's a big deal. He's like he's the most futuristic Sentinel. He's going to become a more important character over the series.
He looks like an N64 character. He's all blocky and weird.
Yeah, he looks like shit. He has a stupid body design.
Yeah, and it looks like he's in pain.
His name is fucking Nimrod.
Also, bad name for him.
Who's this Nimrod? Oh, Nimrod. Fuck.
Okay, so you guys know? Do you guys know the etymology of Nimrod? Why we use it as a stupid word?
He was like a king or something.
No.
Yeah, well, Nimrod is the mighty hunter from Greek myth. He was actually like an awesome hunter that was the best, and the gods were jealous of his skills and shit. And Bugs Bunny calls Elmer Fudd Nimrod sarcastically in Chuck Jones's last cartoon, which is like one of the most famous ones. It's the Big Opera, right?
Oh, I love that one.
Wanted to go out.
I watched that so many fucking times as a kid.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's one of the best cartoons of all time. And he was meaning to be sarcastic, but nobody understood what the reference was. It was too obscure. So Nimrod just became a word meaning idiot.
Wow.
So Nimrod being named after the Mighty Hunter, this is from the mid-70s. That cartoon only came out in the late 60s. it hadn't like affected the etymology of
So
Nimrod so
Nimrod
much.
didn't mean like idiot.
Yeah. So like in
Gotcha.
1980, they're referencing like the Greek mighty hunter who he probably heard about like in the 50s as a child going through school years
Right.
before the cartoon came along.
That's
Makes
awesome.
sense. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's why he's named Nimrod.
So yeah, he shows up and
Excelsior.
Bishop and Logan leave, but the other two probably die. And Bishop and Logan meet up with Forge, and he's just kind of casually got a time portal because he can kind of do whatever.
Is he
Excuse-
like
Yeah, hell of an introduction to Forge that he's like a big time
Now,
traveler.
having
is he
Forge be
X
like
Factor? Is that Forge's
maybe,
origin?
but he's like
At this point in the comics, he was the leader of X Factor. However, for like a good chunk of the 80s, he was a member of the X-Men team.
he's kind of supposed to exist in the present timeline. So having him be like alive here in like the future timeline is kind of saying he's like a future person. Like, isn't he a present person in 97?
Yeah, he's going to show up in
He was
season
be
3 in the
old.
present, and then reappear in season in 90.
But is
in
that
X-Men 87?
is that kind of a continuity error that he's not like 100 years
No,
old
because
here?
he's got gray hair at his temples, and
okay.
he's older
Okay.
in this.
Okay.
And then he doesn't have gray hair when he shows up in his
Fair enough.
depiction in the
That's
90s.
all you need to. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, they do make
60
sure it
years
works.
later. Okay.
It's crazy that we were introduced to Forge as a future character because to X-Men readers, he was just like
A normal
he was
guy.
like, well, he was like, oh,
Part of
here's
the
an
team.
actual well-written indigenous character as opposed to
Mm.
Thunderbird, which is like a big racist caricature, right?
All right. Yeah, so they're gonna go stop an assassination in the 90s to stop this whole terrible future from happening, which is kind of part and parcel with like what we're expecting from Days of Future Past, like from the comic, and then in the future when the movie gets made, that's kind of the same deal. So so far so semi-accurate. They were gonna send Wolverine back, but he's too old apparently. So they send Bishop instead.
Which is
And
insane. This guy was just hunting them, and the only reason he joined their side is because he got fired and was going to get killed. Like, why do they trust him?
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to show how extremely.
Well, he's
desperate
already
they are.
he's already wearing an X-Men outfit.
That's
he's
true.
got X's on his little belt.
Yeah, he's already wearing the whole suit. Yeah.
Yes, well, that's the costume of Mutant Hunters. When he first showed up, like his original cartoon, his original comic book appearance, he actually was a member of a 3-person team. I forget the names of the other 2 guys because they all come back, all 3 of them come back in time, chasing this mutant serial killer named Trevor Fitzroy, who will show up in the cartoon later too. And he's kind of like a mutant energy vampire kind of guy. And he kills both of Bishop's friends. And then Bishop returns to the future, and then Bishop comes back to the past again, trying to find the assassin that killed the X-Men in 1995 or 6 when Onslaught attacked. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I was wondering if they were like the characters in chess, like a rook and a knight.
Oh, that would have been smart.
His friends.
Well, let's find out their names now. The names of Bishop's 2 assistants were Malcolm and Randall, and they get killed by Fitzroy.
Was Malcolm in the middle of the group, do you think? Or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
Life is unfair.
You're not the boss of me now, so I'm going to keep going. Bishop arrives in the 90s, and he assumes the dumpy part of town that he arrives in is still the shitty future that he's from. He thinks it doesn't work. But nope, that's just the 90s where there's like burned down, beat up cars all over the place, like a level from Dungeons and Dragons. Not Dungeons and
New
Dragons,
York
Double
in the
Dragon
90s,
or something,
until Giuliani saved it, was famously a crummy place to be, right?
I guess so.
And then he looks over at this group of kids playing soccer.
There's kids!
Like, children
in the streets.
Daytime? Like,
which is like what the children only come out at night,
right?
Mostly.
Like, yeah, now that they're radioactive in the future, they only come out at night and they glow in the dark. What is this? 1993?
He's also got amnesia. He doesn't remember quite what he's supposed to do. Just that he's supposed to find Professor Xavier, which I guess justifies him shooting at them when he runs into them a little later.
Mm-hmm. Rogue and Gambit are visiting Beast
There
in
we go.
jail. They bring him some books, and Gambit makes a joke about how it's pretty easy to shop for Beast because you just got to buy the books with the most dust on them, which is kind of funny.
Sick burn.
Yeah, sick burn on Beast, who's in jail. Keep in mind, he's been in jail all year
peacefully, by choice.
But we're just going to rip on him. Yeah. Who's still insisting he must follow through on his sentence on his terms. He says the right thing to do. But Gambit is uncomfortable with this based on a previous experience, Beast assumes.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really know. Gambit is playing. He's just very hard to read. He keeps his cards.
Really, he just got imprisoned as a slave.
Yeah, that's true. We actually did see it. You're
4
right.
episodes ago. So it would be.
You ever get traded for a pack of
cigarettes,
Sombre? As Gambit has.
Did you guys lose me again, or am I just boring? Yeah, that's fine.
No.
I'm just boring.
That's just interrupting you.
Thank you. So then we cut to this really cool danger room session that looks almost like it's something out of a trailer. Like everybody uses their powers, and then the next person appears behind them and uses their powers.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool little sequence.
And it's just Bishop watching it on his watch. Somehow he's just has
an Apple Watch.
I mean, that technology exists.
He has a highlight reel of
2025.
Yeah, no, for sure. But where did he get the footage? Is what I'm wondering. That's all I'm wondering.
Motovision.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. And then a kid runs by with a Punisher video game, which jogs a memory. Yes, it's
clearly a picture of the Punisher.
Which he jogs a memory for Bishop, and he remembers he has to.
Okay, but in this reality, then, so do those kids know about the Punisher, this vigilante guy in New York that's going around killing the mafia?
And they should.
Yeah, he's always in the news. He's always in the news and media whenever he's in every movie and TV show I've seen with the Punisher always has the media.
Well, then where's a Luigi Mangione game when we need
it? Exactly. Why is Activision making CEO Killer 2017?
Luigi's Haunted Mansion takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, I want a CEO Killer simulator.
Hell yeah.
Can I say that? Sure.
Yep. It's in a video game.
So that jogs his memory.
There somehow is no Luigi Mangione video game. I found articles about Among Us where Luigi Mangione apparently played the assassin character a lot, and some writers theorized that he was practicing to be an assassin on Among Us.
God.
Which
Among
is
Us
that's
absurd. That's absurd. The way anyway, doesn't matter. That's really funny. Maybe he'll be in Grand Theft Auto 6. I bet they'll cook up a little story for a guy who killed the CEO and his name's Mario or something.
That sounds very Grand Theft Auto 6.
Are you a writer for them, Mike?
No, I'm definitely not. Oh, tell someone.
You'd be making bank that Grand Theft Auto 6 is the most expensive production of all time now. I think it's
right?
$1.5 billion making it so far.
It's been in production since
that's all going to the writers.
Of course, as we all know. Yeah. That's the main expense for that game is all writers. They just write so much.
All those clickety clacks. They add up, pal.
So Bishop remembers now that he's supposed to stop an assassin because he heard about an assassin. So he's like, "Oh, that's what I'm here to do. I had to stop that."
And he attacks the X Mansion, which is fucking repaired already. It's fine.
Right. It's totally. This must be months later. I'm assuming
a bunch of time has passed. Maybe we're in 1993 now. It's fine. We're still going to call it X Men.
Well, when he reads the newspaper and he remembers what year he's in, he goes 1990. What year? He specifically does not say what year it is.
Off there. Yeah.
He trails off after 1990 because he leaves out what actual year.
I really
I don't know if that's
go
on
back
purpose.
In time.
But yeah, anyway,
it's all to make more time for the harmonica solo. So anyway, he fights the X-Men, but they beat him.
Got a
Professor
tattoo
Xavier reads his mind
on
and sees
my
that he's from the future. I'm just trying to get through
They won't call me the neighbor. They won't call it to my face. All right, let's move on.
Salads and scrambled eggs.
That's Beast.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
Beast.
it
You're
is.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does fight the X-Men, but they stop him and they read his mind and they see the future. So they wake him up and say, like, hey, let's figure this out, bro.
And then they
Let's
just kind of catch and release him. They're like, yeah, you can
yeah.
go.
But they go back to where he arrived in the past, and that's where Nimrod shows up. He's traveled back with him.
Yeah, those
And
Nimrods.
yeah,
Obviously, he would be able to find them. It's like when
yeah.
you get lost, they say stay in the same spot. If you go back to the same spot, you're going to get found.
Oh, they return to the scene of the time travel.
They're
Classic
scene of the
mistake.
time.
Nice
So they
one,
fight the
nice one.
Nimrod, and they have a real tough time getting him down, but they do eventually.
But then it starts to
Once again,
regenerate.
Storm
He starts
It's
to
like the
regenerate.
T-1000.
He's right. He's like the T-1000.
Because Terminator
Definitely.
2 just came out like probably within a year of them
About a
deciding
year
to
ago.
write this
Yeah.
and adapt it and animate it.
Yeah, I did note that
Terminator's
like
fresh in everyone's mind here.
episode 2 has a lot of like T2 sounding music. When
They even
especially
refer to Bishop as Terminator at one point. I think
Oh, okay.
Wolverine does. I think he's Terminator over here. Yeah.
everyone kept
Yeah,
saying,
so
"I'll be
it's
back"
definitely a
every time they
cultural
left the
thing.
room.
It's kind of like how the Godzilla movie that came out that year also had time travel and a Terminator robot. Just with cultural
Just
stuff.
in the zeitgeist.
Yeah. It's called Godzilla versus King Ghidorah if anybody wants to watch the nuttiest of all the Godzilla films.
Hell yeah.
So, Bishop destroys Nimrod's temporal transceiver, which sends the robot back to the future. So they don't have to worry about him for now. So then they go back to the mansion to discuss who the assassin could be. And that's when Rogue and Gambit show up because they've been gone all episode, right? They were visiting Beast. And Bishop immediately recognizes Gambit, like in the comic books, and attacks him. Bada bing.
Pew, 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 pew.
So good cliffhanger. Like, oh, Gambit is the guy all along that he sent to kill or capture, whatever. Good twist. I think that's cool.
A little shotgun blast at the end.
Yeah, I think this is a really iconic episode. Establishes a lot of stuff. Introduces like not only Days of Future Past, but also Bishop, another character, and melds them pretty well. Makes it feel really organic. Years later, I found out they weren't the same story, and that was shocking to me. And it's an adaptable story. So I give this one a 9 Nimrods out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna rate it pretty highly too. I think it's like an 8 harmonicas out of 10. I thought it was a really fun episode. Bishop's a really great character. I find like he looks really cool, and obviously we love his music. His gun is awesome. It makes a cool sound when he shoots it.
And his powers are cool. But did
yeah,
you
his powers
explain
are
his
cool.
powers in this episode or the next one?
No, not till the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. But he is very cool.
Yeah,
He's very
I give
cool.
this one a solid like 8.
We love Bishop,
And,
don't we, folks?
We love our Bishop. Bishop Desmond Tutu, folks. We love to say the name Desmond Tutu. Should have been Pope. Mutant powers though, fucking
there's a lot.
Storm.
Storm's got some good shit
every single time. She freezes the pool with the blob, and she fucks up Nimrod with ice. Seems like Ice really is the hero of a lot of these episodes
so far. I was big fan of like the guy in the flash forward, the guy with the metal arms who like he turns his arms to metal and he runs through the Jax, the guy with the Jax powers who runs through both legs of a sentinel. I thought that was probably my favorite.
Sick.
That was pretty
he
cool.
Kind of did that like the Flash.
He ran on the wall, like a little parkour.
Yeah.
And
he said parkour way before.
He did say parkour. You parkour.
A thing. Which is French, which is bullshit. It should be Japanese, and it's fucking French. Parkour. God.
Let the French be athletic about in some way.
Fine.
Okay. Anything?
No, let's move on to episode 2, which I think I probably must have watched the same day I watched Ninja Turtles 3, because my parents always took me to see matinees of movies at that time.
Right after you watch an episode of the X-Men?
Yeah, like we're probably within hours.
All right, Jim, turn off X-Men. We're going to a movie.
We
That was
get
really
Logan
cool.
Gambit driving to the mansion and like a little bit of private time with them, and we see their chemistry together. I really dig that. Like, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that
sure
was a
that
cool
Kind of
choice.
this must have been the first time I saw something like that, you know?
That was a
like
cool choice for
a
sure.
Robert Altman kind of choice,
Yeah.
Yeah. If
like
Robert
Brian
Altman
De
made X-Men
Palma.
cartoons.
But like
I'm
that
sure
directorial
Robert Altman
self.
fucking loved this and woke up every Saturday morning to watch this with his grandkids.
I hope so. If any of Robert Altman's grandkids want to reach out and let us know,
Hell yeah, Altman kids.
those are some cool nepo babies.
Totally.
Bishop explains his dystopian future, that there was an assassination attempt, and the fear of the mutants leads to control laws. The Sentinels rise up, mutants are enslaved, and eventually the Sentinels overthrow the entire U.S. government, leading to the situation we saw at the start of the first episode, where Bishop is helping Sentinels hunt down mutants like Wolverine and those other two unknown folks. So he kind of
Yeah.
like catching everyone up on what is actually the future.
Yeah, it's like
Professor
a
X saw a little
recap
glimpse of it. Yeah,
inside the episode. Yeah.
yeah.
And he doesn't know who's the assassin is targeting, but he knows it's going to happen really soon in Washington D.C. So Professor Xavier says that they should go attend the Senate hearing. Senator Kelly's going to be doing a senator killing, and he leaves Wolverine, Gambit, and Bishop behind. I think he doesn't really trust Bishop 100%. Like, he knows that Bishop was just uh, selling mutants into slavery and shit, right? Like, I'm sure that even though he's come back in time, he doesn't fully trust him, and you shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't. He doesn't know these guy from anyone else. But they do make a good point that apparently they don't really know Gambit much better than Bishop. I guess at this point, I think Gambit must have just
Yeah,
maybe come onto the scene not that long ago.
totally. Storm
Which
says that she knows Gambit better than everybody, and that's a reference to in
Yeah,
the
I was wondering
comic
about
books.
that.
She actually gets turned into a kid at a certain point, and while she's on the run in a child's body, she runs into Gambit, and he protects her from the people that are trying to kill her for a while, and then she gets turned back into an adult and brings him back to the X-Men with her.
Huh.
Yeah.
Shady.
So that's why he's on the team and everything. That's why she has
I'm
a bit
going
of a
to
connection
groom
to
you,
him.
Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get the Rebel Mutant January 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avalanche, Blob, and Pyro and their mysterious leader prepare for the assassination. Obviously, they're being led by Mystique, who was just leading them before.
I kind of hope
Uh,
this is the Brotherhood of Mutants that they go with for the future X-Men movies. I hope it's like very like I know we had Pyro in the originals, but like Blob and Avalanche are kind of like iconic mid-tier X-Men villains, I feel like, for like a
Totally. I just think replace Pyro with Toad because I think Toad's a little bit more iconic.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But like we've seen
Anyway.
a really good Pyro. I don't think we'll see a better Pyro than we have seen, and it's cool that he got to be in 3 movies.
So
Yeah,
in
honestly.
in this version, Pyro has like a fucking
Australian accent.
flamethrower. He has a
Also that,
flamethrower on
yeah.
his back.
We can
Like
never
a
create
backpack and
flames.
things. So all he does is like shape and move the flames. Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, he can't generate flame on his own. He can only
Okay.
manipulate flame that's already there.
Mhm.
So he's not as powerful as like Iceman or Storm. Like Iceman and Storm, if you think about it, they can really change the temperature. They can
Yeah.
go the other way too. They can make things warmer. Iceman's powers just manifest that way, but he is also one of the most powerful like Omega mutants. So it's interesting that you note that Ice is often like the winner of all of the mutant power results
It's also
in
really
this
good in
because they
Pokemon.
eventually realize that yeah, Iceman should be one of the most powerful people
Mm.
in the comic books.
Hmm.
Used to be like wishy-washy and kind of a bitch, and now they've just retconned it and he's gay.
They're like, hey,
Oh.
nice move, Iceman. He's like, oh, you mean my mutant powers? They're like, what? You have mutant powers? We just thought you were emotionally unavailable. It's like, well, I'm gay actually, so fuck you.
I wonder if they got that idea from Bryan Singer's X-Men movies where his family was like
All of those scenes
the
really
gay
feel
metaphor.
like Aaron Ashmore's Iceman is telling them he's gay.
You're right. No, exactly. It's clearly a metaphor.
Played like note for note. They just switch
Yeah.
around a couple verbs.
Well, they literally said like,
Dad.
"Have you ever tried not being a mutant?"
I'm sucking the director's dick. Okay, I'm a mutant. That's what
Oh,
mutant
okay.
is.
Um, yeah, so Gambit escapes the mansion. He's desperate to get to DC to kind of clear his name and figure out what's going on. He evades Wolverine and Bishop and flies to Washington.
Shout out to them playing pool while they complain to each
Yeah,
other about stuff.
yeah. That's
Classic.
like a really like cool like trio of X-Men dudes too. Like
Yeah, it's
that's
like a
like
really organic scene. It's good. Like we kind of glossed over it a little bit because there's not really much in the way of plot of it, but it's cool. It's good character work, you know.
yeah, cute
I like how
Dave.
younger bit Wolverine has basically the same relationship with Bishop as older
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk in the same way, and Bishop's a little
Rookie.
bit more. Bishop's like more deferent to Wolverine than he is to everybody else. He respects him.
Yeah, there's even that flashback where he's like about to kill Bishop in the X mansion, and he's like, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember this one, rookie, or whatever. And then he says the same thing, like
Oh yeah,
appreciatingly
yeah,
in the flashback. I'll remember this one, rookie. And it's like
yeah.
the same.
That's some good writing for a kid show, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So then there's this at the Senate hearing, Avalanche and Pyro attack, and the X-Men show up to defend them outside. Storm and Rogue neutralize Pyro's Firebirds, while Wolverine and Storm subdue Blob. So I guess Wolverine beats Gambit there anyway, and they
Right.
save a bunch of
Yeah.
civilians.
Yeah. No, there's
Bishop
some cool.
joins the battle.
Well,
What?
there's some cool action here too. I thought
Yeah, yeah. It's
and
definitely a really cool fight. I remember it being really iconic when I was a kid.
I find the
Uh,
animation like kind of looks a little different in some of these episodes. Like I don't know, like especially during the action, people look a little like rubbery almost, like they just less stiff and like almost like they're just softer and squishier when they're doing more dynamic movement. That's just maybe it's just something only I noticed. I don't know if you guys
I
thought the
think
same
it's
thing.
like they're a little rushed
It
for
feels a
time.
little bit like anime at this
Yeah,
point.
something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
Anyway,
of going to become a thing in X-Men '97, right? Like the action scenes in that
Oh yeah.
feels like they spent like 5 times as much time animating the action scenes as the dialogue scenes for that
Hell
show.
yeah.
I've got a plot hole here. So Mystique is disguised as Gambit, right? But at first she's disguised as Kelly's aide. And
Hmm.
then it's like Kelly's aide is like tied up and gets thrown in the office on the floor. And then like she turns into Gambit and takes off the blindfold of the aide. So she's like, now there's a witness, share, whatever. And like after the whole hubbub is over, she's like, yeah, it was like this woman that turned into this guy that like it's like she knew that it wasn't fucking Gambit that was pointing the gun. So like the whole ruse was already foiled and it didn't end up coming to
Hmm.
anything. But like even if it had, you'd think that like they would have been like, "Hey, what did you see?" And she's like, "Well, it wasn't exactly this guy Gambit because at first it was this woman, and then it turned into this guy that goes by Gambit." Had this weird Cajun accent. He was like hitting on me, even though I was like obviously in distress, like tied up on the floor. And he said he could like do things for me, and I was like, "What do you mean?" But like it was like we didn't have time to go into it. But like, yeah. Anyway.
No, that's a good
Did
point.
this happen, or did you just imagine this?
No,
Like,
this is all canon.
No,
okay,
that sounds close enough.
all right, all right. I think I've just glossed it over because it doesn't make sense and it doesn't matter.
That's what he
But
offered to
yeah,
do for her.
you're right. It's a little bit sloppier an episode, I think, overall in terms of
Well,
writing.
yeah, especially when you get here to like the battle, things are a little confusing. People showing up
Like you can
and
tell they're really excited to do the Terminator 2 two people, like which wizard is which kind of shots, you know,
yeah.
with Gambit, and it's kind of cool. I remember being just like really, I remember being impressed by it. It was a good use of Mystique. It was cool that they brought Mystique back this
Yeah.
fast.
Great episode, definitely.
I do like Mystique being elevated. I don't know, not elevated. I guess she's always like been this character, like this big deal. Like but I was surprised how when you see like stuff like this, how close it is to like what they did in the movie. Uh I didn't
And
know
the
the movie
comic
stuck
book,
this
like
and the comic. I didn't know they were
yeah,
all
like
going to be so accurate. Not that the movie was super accurate, based on what you told me about it, but like they're it's surprising how similar they are. I
well,
guess.
they kept it to Mystique attacking a political leader in the movie,
Yeah.
and in the comic books, like the Bishop Gambit subplot isn't happening, but the way that this all works out with these mutants specifically as the Brotherhood of Mutant Mutants. This is how the issue happens. X-Men
And they
142.
even in the movie, it's Trask that they're going back to attack, right? And he's still kind of involved, and not so
Which
much, I
like
guess.
is an interesting choice because like sure you could say that Senator Kelly was kind of like already dealt with in X-Men 1, but Bolivar Trask was dealt with in X-Men 3. He was played by large I think Bill Nunn was a
Thought he was like
Big Bill Nunn.
I thought it was Andre Bronner. No,
Andre Brower?
Brower. No,
That would have
maybe
been
not.
Doug
I don't know.
Massell.
I think maybe I couldn't. That
No.
requires a Google.
I think I'm wrong too. It's not Bill Nunn.
We have to do something about these mutants, Peralta.
Bill Duke is who
Bill
played him
Duke.
in this last stand.
Yeah, so Bill Duke plays him in The Last Stand. So like they clearly didn't care about continuity because they go from Bill Duke to Peter Dinklage, who is like they look about the same age. They both look like they're in their late 40s.
There's
And
something else
At least
different
three
about
times
them.
as big.
yeah.
What is this?
There's a couple physical differences between Peter
Oliver
Dinklage and Bill
Trask
Duke.
for yeah. We don't have
Yeah,
to say.
so why change it if you're gonna change it that much anyway? Why not just make it Senator Kelly and make him like played by
Bolivar
Prince?
Trask for ants.
Yeah, I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it.
I had to.
I'm so sorry. So, do we even get into the fact that the real Gambit arrives? And
I mean, I think people understand that it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, real Gambit intercepts.
Bishop gets sent back to the future by Rogue. And Mystique reveals that she's Rogue's adoptive mother, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's a big reveal, and like that's like the first of many reveals that
huge
Mystique
reveal.
is like. Mystique.
I
is
thought
like,
it was maybe just her messing with her, but is that the real deal?
Could be.
No,
I don't know.
that's what happened. Is like Mystique pretended to be a human and raised her as her adoptive mother, and then in the comic books, actually, like her adoptive mother steered her towards working for Mystique. So she pretended to be two different people the whole time. Literally introduced her to Rogue to herself, got Mystique to join her team, and like was supporting her because Rogue was part of the Brotherhood of Mutants for a while. Yeah, so this is totally canon to the comic books. I don't even remember when I realized this. I guess this episode is when I learned that Mystique raised Rogue. But yeah.
Does Rogue have a real name?
Yeah, Marie LeBeau.
Right, Marie. Okay.
I hate her name though. I think she's Rogue. She chose to be Rogue, you know.
Rogue LeBeau.
Bishop does get sent back to the future, and Forge
Oh no,
tells
wait.
him
It's LeBeau because she eventually gets married to Gambit. It's something else.
LeBeau.
Yeah, Gambit's Remy LeBeau. And I don't know anything about the subject of them being married. Forget what her other name is, but yeah, she's Marie. It's dumb that she's named Marie. It should be something else.
So
I
Bishop
also
in the
want to point
future.
out Senator Kelly's sick white glasses. Those were amazing.
Yes.
And I noticed that Gambit was flying an ambiguously gay duo style shuttle out of the X-Mansion.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice that. It's a good.
You remember that show?
Yeah, I like how they'll just invent little weapons and little tools.
And the last thing was when they had that tower that was falling over from the mutant power.
Yeah.
And so like Jean holds up the tower for a second. Then she's like, oh, it's too heavy. And then Rogue comes in and instead of swiping in and grabbing the kid, proceeds to hold up the tower. And then there's a kid still under there. And then Wolverine sneaks in, grabs the kid and darts off. Yeah. And then the tower collapses on Rogue and she blows up through the thing. And it was like, okay.
It's just, I think the kids would call that aura farming.
They farmed the heck out of that aura. And then
they just wanted to look cool.
Fucking Wolverine's holding the kid and he's like, this kid's crying, do something. And he just hands it to like Jubilee.
Some woman, yeah.
This kid's crying, do something. Just made me laugh a lot. Anyway, on to episode 13.
Yeah,
Days of Future Past.
No, we gotta wrap up.
Are we still?
And well, there's one more little hint about what's coming because
also, we should mention that Mystique reveals that she is working for Apocalypse as well. So it was Apocalypse's idea that she kill Senator Kelly. That's not from the original comic books. Apocalypse wasn't introduced until like the late 80s. He'd only be around for like 5 or 6 years at this point too. He was a pretty brand new character.
So we do see in the future that the timeline hasn't changed. So even
Yeah,
though
Bishop
they
shows up and Forge is this in the same situation, and we see Wolverine's skeleton just like
Yeah.
sitting there, propped up for display. So
Liquid.
he's clearly dead.
liquid hot magma, and then there's
I
a
hope
cool
he's
scene.
not in a vat of liquid hot smegma.
Oh, me too. That would be terrible.
Gene.
Gene, I'm in smegma.
I keep healing, Gene.
I keep inhaling the smegma.
Why am I healing over and over again? Gene.
So the X-Men find that Kelly is missing from his wrecked office back in the present.
Yeah,
But they
immediately
know-
after
but they
being
have an
saved,
idea.
Senator Kelly has gotten his bitch ass kidnapped.
Yeah,
Kelly.
but there's a cool bit where Professor X's watch is stopped, and it's because it's been magnetized, and he does a little cool thing where he drops it and it sticks to his chair.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
So that
it's
I
pretty
wonder
cool
who that.
setup.
It's some sort of like magnet themed villain, I guess. I don't know who that could be.
The Magneton.
Great way to
Magnet
bring
Man.
like the most iconic villains together. To
It is I, Magnet Man.
Ooh, we were expecting someone else.
Nope.
Nope,
Just
it's
me.
Magnet Man.
Fucking Magnet Man.
No personal grudges with any of you.
I didn't survive the Holocaust at all.
I'm just here for the money.
So, what did
I
we
just
think
like
of this
magnets.
episode?
Magnets.
I give
How
this.
the fuck do they work?
I think this was a little bit weaker than the first. It kind of gets messy towards
Agreed.
the end.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably closer to like a 7 out of 10.
Maybe like a 6.9.
Magnetic watches. No.
It's almost a 7.
Do you?
Yeah, I
That's what
also
she
think
said.
it's lower. It is cool. It has the big Mystique's mom reveal. I do remember really enjoying the fight scene in the middle. I think I'd give it like 8 vats of hot smegma.
Oh, gross. But
Gene.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
give it a solid 6.9.
You said it. Yeah.
And there's lots of cool powers. I thought the thing that we talked about where they just did cool factor to save that one child was, unnecessary, but well animated and cool. Good job, guys. Good
Well
job.
played. So best use of the powers, I guess.
Rogue, yeah. Getting a building that collapse on her face so she can jump out of it.
Mystique's
Collapse.
uses of powers are pretty cool.
That's true. She's pretty
classic
clever with it. She's pretty
60,
clever. Yeah.
She manages to pull the trick a few times in the span of like 3 minutes. So, she
And
clearly
gets
had a-
away with it. And she gets
Totally,
away with
she
it.
wins.
Yeah. It's true. So the final decision, the
she doesn't
unofficial third part of this trilogy.
Yeah, we come to
Continued.
the
It's
final
an
decision,
official.
which was named like really
It's a
skating
final
on thin ice here.
decision. One thing we learned, Andrew Carson
You gotta
sleeps in
update
his
that
Senate
password.
office.
What?
That guy, Andrew Carson, the senator, he's got like his nameplate on a table right next to his bed with his little sleeping outfit on. So I take it that
He's a
that guy
piece of shit,
sleeps in
alright.
his Senate office.
Yeah, and also drawn into the scene is a guy named Cameron Hodge, who will show up years later as a villain character. He'd been in the comic books a bunch
I think
as
he's
just
been
an
in-
agitator, and he gets drawn into a couple scenes here. I think
I think he was on the island
He's drawn
of
into earlier
Genosha.
episodes too.
Yeah, he was on Genosha, I think, too, because you mentioned
Yeah, he's just
Genosha.
always around in the background of these scenes, which is cool. And then he will later.
Genosha.
Genosha. Reminds me of Gene.
So back in America in the present day, there are anti-mutant riots breaking out after Senator Kelly has been kidnapped. Professor X urges
Professor. I love it.
Professor
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 Sex.
S.
No, Professor Sex.
Professor Sex urges they must find Kelly quickly with Cerebro.
He
knowing
urges, all right.
Magneto Man is behind it.
Whoa.
Gotta get Magnet Man.
Yep, he has him, and he's holding him on a shipwreck,
Magnet Man.
and they have a little like
whatever a
argument
magnet can.
about humans and mutants and how they cannot peacefully coexist, and that Kelly's death will spark war. But before he can kill him, who could arrive? Who do you think?
It's the Sentinels.
It's the
Plastic.
Sentinels.
But they're made
this
out of
time,
plastic, which
I
is
kind
just
of
insane.
I wish they made them look a little different to show that they were plastic.
Yeah, like some
I got the
translucent.
impression they were plastic the
Translucent,
whole
yeah, that would have
time.
been rad. Like look like an N64 from the 90s where they
Yeah.
like had the clear plastic
Or a
ones.
Mac.
Yeah,
Or
that
like
would
a
have been cool.
cordless.
Yeah, you
phone.
could have like their skeletal gears moving inside. That could be drawn.
I
That's not
missed
too
the
out-
line at first that said they were plastic, and I assumed I couldn't figure out why Magneto wasn't just like ending them like
Yeah, just completely
moment.
controlling
I was like,
them and making
I
them
didn't
disappear.
get that until I went back. I was like, oh, they're plastic. Oh,
Same trick they try to pull in the movie, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's true. Yes, they did do that in the movie. You're right. I think they were
it's a
plastic from the
classic
get go because they just knew about Magneto at the time. They were like, they
Yes.
can't make these.
And
Like
then he
gets
just like
surrounded
wraps them in
by
metal anyway, I believe.
Exactly. Yes, he has his own Sentinels that he puts a metal skeleton into. So cool. That was actually a very cool scene because he uses like railroad tracks to do it.
Oh yeah, that X-Men Days of Future Past live
movie
action
slaps
movie
a little bit,
is maybe
yeah.
the best of the series.
It's pretty
even
damn
though it
good.
introduces some ridiculous continuity issues on its own while trying to solve them. It's like a great fucking movie. I love that
It
movie.
actually kind of embraces
Yeah.
a lot of the comic stuff that he was very hesitant to do in his first two movies. The Singer, like he just Anyway,
Yeah, he gets to really just enjoy it. Go cut loose.
Yeah.
Put all of his favorite
Less
characters.
singer, more songwriter.
Golf clap.
Okay. Silent sound speed. Let's go. Okay.
So the Sentinels capture Kelly and bury Magneto in the rubble. So like they're not trying to save him; they have their own mission. The X-Men track Cerebro's signal to this wreck, and they find torn Sentinel parts and an injured Magneto without his helmet.
Badly injured ribs. He's got
Yeah.
His ribs are fucked. He's all
Yeah.
ripped.
He's like, my fucking ribs.
Ah,
Have you guys
fuck.
ever hurt your ribs?
Ah,
It
fuck.
fucking hurts. You can't even breathe.
Fuck.
He's like, fuck.
He's just like fuck.
Oh, God.
Fucking
Yeah.
hurts, guys.
You guys
it was
just fucking
crazy language
wait
to be
for
hearing on
me.
Fox Kids as
Right?
a child.
I couldn't
but,
believe that
went
Magneto was
for
dropping F bombs.
And they just
Right.
like animated it for like
Yeah.
5 minutes of him just be like, oh, wait.
you can
hold
really
on.
see every
I can barely
syllable.
breathe.
It's like the scene from Family Guy when he sprains his knee.
I think I punctured a lung. Oh, fuck. Call a hospital. Call a hospital. Yeah.
Okay, so the Sentinels deliver Senator Kelly to Bolivar Trask, who reveals
Who is
Master
not
Mold's
black
plan
and also
to
not.
replace. Yeah, he's a white Bolivar Trask here, and he reveals Master
6 feet tall.
Mold's plan to replace world leaders' brains with computers.
Which is totally insane.
Master Mold's a real dipshit. He just sits there being an asshole.
Yeah, can he move?
No, not really.
Again,
Yeah, wow.
eventually, but he's plugged in at the one scene.
Yeah.
where he gets
Oh, right.
flooded.
I have been plugged in.
Fucking plugged in. God damn it.
Oh, fuck, I'm plugged in.
Ah, fuck. Again.
Yeah, he
Fuck, my
really
fucking
can be
plug.
by cables.
My
in
fucking
the
plug.
90s. He's like, my fucking plug. I can't read. Because of the water.
So the mansion.
Yeah, Charles is probing Gambit's memories of Genosha, and he figures out that Henry Gyrick is tied to the Sentinels. We also see a bunch of other characters in his mind. We see Belladonna, who we're going to meet in season 2 of the show. And we also see a really cool Ghost Rider cameo with some dope sound effects.
He's
Like,
probably
he
like
sounds kinda scary.
about to give him the what's the name of that maneuver he does? The stare that he does where you can like relive all your things you've
penance
done to people.
stare.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know who voices him in the cartoons? Like in this cinematic cartoon universe?
Is it Nicholas
Like
Cage?
he shows up in the Hulk cartoon, which I think is basically
He shows up
set
to
in
fight
the
off
same
Galactus,
universe,
I
right?
think, in a Fantastic Four one.
Oh,
too.
right. That's one of my
Excellent.
favorite things ever. Randomly, just the Ghost
It's
Rider comes and beats Galactus.
Richard Grieco.
yeah.
Oh, Richard Grieco?
Yeah.
That is well cast. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyway. little Greco trivia for you.
little Greco history.
Look up
So-
Ghost Rider
All Greco to
Galactus
me.
if you want to see
Oh, it's really
a pretty
great.
hilarious scene.
He's just
I was
sort
so
of a rut.
disappointed in the Fantastic Four movie when Nicolas Cage didn't show up and just beat Galactus
Right?
for him.
Right?
Come
That's
on.
what they should have done.
Oh, absolutely. And like Pedro could be all like staring at him like he does in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
It's me, Ghost Rider. I'm here to save the day.
Oh,
Oh, look at me. I'm here to save the day. Oh,
I'm really the actor Nicolas Cage, but I have the powers of the character that I play in the movie.
I don't know if you noticed, but my head is on fire right now. Okay.
So cut me some friggin' slack.
I just came here to drink myself to death.
God.
Carla was the prom queen.
So the
Mandy.
X-Men the X-Men do show up and ambush Gyrick, and they overhear Trask admitting that the Sentinels are fully out of control now. They're really fully on their own agenda.
Yeah,
and
there's a great scene when the Sentinels declare to
Sentinels.
Trask and Garrick that the mutants are humans. So to defend humans from mutants, they have to defend humans against themselves, which justifies them taking over. It's the classic AI paradox, but with the added irony of them being like, "Your racism makes no sense."
Yeah.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
really like honestly, it's dope. I was really happy hearing that shit.
And they have a big philosophical debate about whether they should go save Senator Kelly. They know what's going to happen. He's going to be replaced by a robot, and is it worth the risk? Half the team kind of wants to not do it. Magneto says Charles' dream is foolish and predicts they'll die. But despite all this, they eventually all prepare for a rescue mission at the end. I think, right? Like they all get up and yeah.
So they split up. The teams that we see in this episode are not quite like those teams. Like they notably split Cyclops and Jean up in the comic books, but here we get Jean, Scott, Wolverine, and Gambit, which is like, the thruple and Gambit. And then the other team is Xavier, Storm, Rogue, and Jubilee. And they distract the Sentinels outside.
Xavier with all the ladies?
Yeah.
That's kind of problematic.
Good luck.
Well, Jean's the one that he's
don't
obsessed
worry
with,
about it.
so.
It actually makes sense, X-Men. I need to go with
It's
Storm,
okay.
Rogue,
Me
and
and all the
Jubilee.
girls, we're just going one car, and you guys, you
Let's
take your
split
weird
up.
shit together. Yeah. We're good here.
Storm, Rogue, Jubilee, quickly to the bathroom.
Bring the lotion.
I need help getting in and out of the bath.
Rogue, you're just here to
s-
watch.
Storm,
Time for my sponge bath.
and Jubilee to help me with my sponge bath. Don't worry about it, Rogue. Just wear gloves. You'll be fine. I sense it will be fine. Come on, you three. And you others. Jean, Scott, fuck whoever. Go on. Storm, Rogue, and Jubilee.
It's too late. I've seen everything.
I need you to distract my sentinel.
My master mold.
The
So they finally
No, it still works.
a massive battle.
fight is big. They
Big
destroy
battle.
dozens of Sentinels, but then hundreds more pour out. And they're
It's
getting
fight in the
overwhelmed.
wheelchair, I mean.
And Magneto comes.
Yes.
The sentinel.
So like even like
And we get
Xavier
the
is like
first teaming up between Magneto and the X-Men here, which is dope.
that's true. Yeah.
It's like a big part of their character arc. I'm glad that they get to it in the first season. They don't fuck around with it.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
It's a big part of Magneto's character that he's not like evil. Like he still kind of inherently wants some people. I don't know. He wants good things for certain
He
people,
wants
I guess.
mutant supremacy.
He's got his heart in the right
and
place,
every
but
once in a
he's
while,
violent.
he helps the other mutants that don't
Yeah.
want mutant supremacy.
And yeah, so he saves Charles here in the Blackbird because he's kind of about to crash he's like upside down or something completely. So
Yeah.
crazy Charles. And inside, meanwhile, Wolverine's trying to sacrifice himself against all like the endless wave after wave of Sentinels that are coming. And there's like this weird sequence where I think they're trying to go for like a blackout thing where like just the lasers were illuminating Wolverine like going on a rampage, like kind of like
Yeah, I like that. It looked cool.
That was cool.
you know what I mean? Like I think they didn't quite nail what they're going for, but I think I got it, and it was really cool and
I think
ambitious.
that was what they're
think
doing. There was the lasers shooting at them that were lighting up the scene.
the
as he was
timing
running
just
for each of
didn't
their
feel.
legs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean,
but
they were doing their best with a week to work on
Totally.
it, probably.
yeah, exactly. So they're what else?
Also, Wolverine jumps out of Lincoln's lap at one point, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting moment. That was
That's a good
that was a little
moment.
bit earlier, but he was like waiting on Lincoln's lap
Yeah.
for yeah.
Just like allowing you wait. Like I'm just gonna hang out here, guys. I'm cool. Right next to the founding.
They're definitely going to come in here. I know it.
Just gonna hang out here for like 30, 45 minutes.
It's not like he's
I'm
like
just going to lie
Gonna pay
down
off
for a
more.
minute.
If he's wrong, he's just going to be sitting in the wrong spot for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit
So
down on the Great Emancipator's giant hog. I'm Logan. I'm a Canadian. I'm allowed.
this means
Okay.
nothing to me.
So Trask decides to.
I
turn
knew the
on-
guy. He was a bit of an asshole, okay? He's got a comfortable lap, though. Go on.
Okay, so-
Sorry.
Trask turns against Master Mold, and because he doesn't want to be enslaved along with the rest of humanity, so
Yeah.
he sabotages the lab with a laser, which creates a massive explosion that destroys a bunch of the Sentinels. And it appears that Trask is dead too, but spoiler, he'll be back later. He's not dead.
No, or his master mold.
He's out of the way for now, but we'll still have people like Garrick to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
The surviving X-Men are trying to escape with Kelly, and then the fucking mountain explodes. It looks like a volcano is firing lava everywhere,
Or
and then
something.
Master
Yeah,
Mold
nuts.
appears, finally free from that dastardly cable.
So
The Professor X rams the Blackbird, like filled with explosives, into the robot, but just in time, Magneto shows up and pulls him out, and then declares their debt settled into parts. It's a pretty cool little sequence. It's well animated. It's more fluid than it sounds in description.
Yeah.
I was
well
pretty
done.
stoked on that moment. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Later, Senator Kelly has a press conference and he renounces his anti-mutant stance. So he's still running for president, and I think he's going to win now. But it's the best situation because he says that mutants are not the bad guys anymore. Beast is freed. Huzzah, we get that. And then the final scene is Scott and Jean hanging out in a meadow, and he proposes marriage to her and she accepts.
Says, yes, Cyclops,
Cyclops.
I will marry you.
Just in
That's
case
so
anyone was
fucking
listening.
weird. I think it's like the only time she calls him Cyclops in the whole show.
Calls him Cyclops all the time.
No, she did
Really?
that before in the Morlock episode.
Oh,
They're on a
fine.
date and they're not even in their costumes. He's like, "Oh, Cyclops, I don't know, blah
Oh,
blah
okay.
blah." Well, humans ever
I just haven't
accept
been
us.
paying that much attention, I guess. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's
And
wild.
then after this, we meet what's his name, Mr. Mystery or something.
Well, he's off camera. He's watching on camera. He sees them. He says,
Oh, it's
"Sinister."
Mr. Sinister is spying
Mr.
on them.
Sinister, yeah.
But
he's
we
got
get a really
drone.
weird version of Mr. Sinister that kind of sounds like Robert Pattinson in Mickey 17. He's like
Yeah.
kind of a real bitch compared to the actual Mr. Sinister we'll get in the next
They
episode.
clearly go in a different direction next time.
Yeah, they made some decisions and then clearly backtracked on those decisions immediately.
So we love the episode. We have some notes. Mr. Sinister, can he
This
be
thing at
more
the
of
end.
like a man, not like a little bitch? The end.
When
That
I
would be
saw it,
great.
I assumed it was going to be like Mojo or something, or even Morph. It kind of sounded like Morph, to be honest.
Did he say it's Mr.
He's
Sinister?
working.
He does say that, but like before I heard him say
Yeah.
Sinister, I was like, "Who
Okay.
is this?"
Maybe
I
And
that
I
was
was
remember being
like,
Morph.
really
"Well, he's
stoked.
spying on Scott and Jean. It has to be Mister Sinister."
Morph is
Yeah.
working for him. Maybe that was Morph's voice and not Mr. Sinister's.
Oh, that's true. Huh? Maybe.
Well, we're tipping our hand a little early here. Also, Storm's lightning-shaped earrings. God, those are cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would love
she
to see
has
those
swag.
produced
They
in
always
real
draw her
gold.
wearing really cool stuff.
Storm is cool.
Yes.
We she's always cool. We're Storm
Did
fans.
she save the day in this episode, though? I don't think
I don't
so.
know if did Storm have a moment.
She took on
She did,
most
like,
of
she
the
was, like-
fucking Sentinels.
She did fight a lot of Sentinels when they were inside trying to. She was like part of like the distraction force.
She's throwing a lot of lightning bolts.
Yeah, no, she did do some fucking business on the outside there. You're right. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool episode.
Good.
I think it's like an 8 or so. Like, there's a lot of important stuff happening here. Like, kind of like it feels like a wrap up of the Sentinel thing. I don't know what's coming. I'm assuming Sentinels are not really off the table completely. They can't be.
They'll be back around. I think not so much in season 2, so a bit, but in season 3 they'll come back, and then they're all over X-Men 97 as a big
Yeah,
problem.
of course. Yeah.
Are they metal? Are they plastic? Are they made out of wood? Tune in to find
I
out.
think
Wooden
that
Sentinels.
they address that again. Yeah, I think there's definitely issues with the Sentinels
Built by
being metal in the
Geppetto
future.
mold.
Yeah.
Cool.
We will switch production to wood for no reason.
I think I would give it 8 plastic Sentinels out of 10 as well. I think it's a really good, like, strong conclusion to the 3-parter here and the whole season as well. Like, it's kind of ending a lot of character moments and character arcs and setting us up really nicely with a clean slate for the future. We know that, like, Apocalypse is still out there and a problem. We know that Magneto's still out there, less of a problem. It's just a good spot. I think it's a great finale. Yeah.
I'd say,
8
like,
plastic Sentinels, which is
I'd give it
equivalent to 6.9 metal Sentinels.
I'd give it about 8. Oh, my fucking ribs out of 10. Oh, my fucking ribs.
8 out of
And,
10 ribs.
And I thought Magneto's like fight with the Sentinels. He like there's some well animated, like unique moments there. Like he rips some like steel bolts out of the ship that he's hiding in to use.
And
as,
they
like,
knock his
machine
helmet
guns.
off. You get to see his sexy hair.
He's so sexy. Ugh. Next week we're doing Till Death Do Us Part 1 and 2.